To begin with, the monsoon rainfall has been about 7% below normal as of last week, with the trend of normal monsoon areas continuing to get good rain but deficient areas going dry. How have sowing trends been in the Kharif season so far?
Yeah, I think the distribution of rain hasn't been as good for what was anticipated as a normal monsoon year. We had seen a lot of rain in some pockets, in fact flooding, and literally drought in some areas. But I think those which were drought, very few are worsening to my mind. In the last couple of weeks, we have seen a fair amount of improvement with some results coming at least. I think while from a numbers perspective, nearly a third of the country is still deficit. But to my mind, based on whatever ground level data that we gather, less than 10% is really what you can say as very poor rains and not much of planting there. But on balance, I think there is some improvement that is happening. The concern actually is with where it is rained heavily, it should not continue with more rains. Where it has not, there is some catch-up that is happening. We have a few pockets, like a few districts in Tamil Nadu, a few districts in coastal Andhra Pradesh, larger areas in northeast, Bihar, Jharkhand and northeast as well, and a few pockets in Gujarat and a few in north. I think barring that, I think we have a fair amount of catching up with rain that has happened. As a result, I think from whatever latest numbers that we see, in the Kharif, there is very little kind of drop in sowing. It's pretty much caught up. Where it is dry, I think people have taken some core cereals. In any case, where paddy is sown, they are irrigated lands. I think against a normal 100 million plus, we are at nearly 100 million, 99.5 or so. So I think a reasonable catch-up has occurred.
Mr. Sivakumar, the August rainfall has been reasonably better than July, but normal show in September is equally important for the crop growth as well as agrochemical sales. What is the on-ground commentary, the channel checks, what is that indicating?
No, there is always hope and farmers have concerns. We still have 60 more days to go before the crops are harvested. And so every day literally is an issue, especially when the distribution is so skewed, like we just spoke, more in some place and less in some, as opposed to more evenly kind of distribution. But generally when I'm going around talking to farmers, there is still optimism and hope saying that we would have good crops, notwithstanding whatever concern that we had in the first 2.5 months of monsoon.
Right. With rural and urban consumption strong and positive sentiment in the pre-election year, besides a decent monsoon, how do you see ITC's agri-business growing this year, sir?
See, anytime when there are larger crops, certainly it's a bigger opportunity. And one was concerned about exports until some time back, because higher prices would mean lack of competitiveness in the global markets, because on the base of cost, if you raise MSP, domestic consumer obviously might still consume in some crops, but exports you will end up losing the markets. But I think the depreciation we have seen in rupee in the recent past should offset some of this kind of increase. So therefore, both between domestic and export markets, we are also as optimistic as the farmers are.
Last time, when we chatted, sir, you spoke about the opportunity in packaged onion, potato and tomatoes and the interest to enter branded rice segment this year. Share with us your plans on these fronts and the revenue contribution aimed over the next couple of years coming in from such packaged vegetables.
So potato, as I mentioned last time, is already rolled out. The new season movement on the base of our first season's learnings, whatever tweaks we have done, is certainly seeing much better traction this year. The farmland branded potatoes, as it were, we also added a new variant in terms of purple potato this year, which is also gaining traction. Onions in the form of dehydrated onion flakes have moved in the brand name ITC MasterChef. That has seen, while the overall traction and trials are Still not as much as we were hoping to, but we are extremely excited at the repeat purchases from wherever this is launched. Right now it is launched in the food service segment, not yet at the household consumer level. But whoever have bought, more than 80% of them have come back. Typically for a new category, anything above 50 repeat is considered very good. We are quite excited about, because it cuts down a lot of chores of cutting onion and
right. Allow me to come in here because I wanted to talk about your brand Ashirwad. That was created 16 years ago. Now it has revenues of close to 4,200 crore rupees. How are you looking to leverage this further? There are categories like spices, instant mixes, ready-to-eat meals, salts. All of them seem to be seeing very robust branded sales. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Yeah, it is obviously has an equity that can be leveraged across, and like you already mentioned, new categories have come in. Rice has just been rolled out. Ashirwad with a Swasti additional tag as a suffix. We had rolled out in the ghee in the past that you already saw in the market. Milk, liquid milk has just been rolled out in Bihar market, and that also is using Ashirwad with a Swasti suffix. So I think more products, certainly it has opportunity. I think what is not yet done, it's not time to reveal yet, but it is getting leverage.